Welcome to the Snohomish Storytellers. Here in our little corner of the universe in Snohomish, we have a strong sense of community and heritage founded in the whispers of yesterday's stories and the narrative of what is being written today. Snohomish Storytellers captures this through organic conversation between Snohomies, former, present, and future.
This podcast is brought to you by the historic Downtown Snohomish Association. Our mission is to promote, preserve, and improve the Downtown Historic District as the heart and soul of the city of Snohomish. My name is Megan Hetherington, Executive Director of HDSA, and my lovely co-host is
Sheila DeVerter, board member of HDSA. And with us today is also our podcast producer and vice president of HDSA, Trent DeVerter. And welcome to our podcast. I always start every conversation with the weather because I'm from the Midwest and that is all we can ever talk about. So as we're recording this, Megan, we're going through a heat wave. It is July and it is 90 degrees outside?
Yeah, it's warm. I think it did go down a little bit since yesterday, but
which hopefully the trend continues. But with summer in Snohomish, one of the big things that we always do every summer is Kla Ha Ya Days.
Yeah, coming up.
Such a big such a big event that everyone knows.
Like a pillar.
A pillar. Thank you. I cannot word.
That's okay. I got you.
With that, we are so privileged today to sit with Bill Webster, who is one of the chairs of Kla Ha Ya Days, all in his frog gear today.
Yes, I was out doing official Kla Ha Ya business on First Street today. So
we're keeping the trend.
This is the uniform.
Yes, I love it. And Bill is just so famous around town. Like, I swear, everywhere I look, it's like Bill and Erin Webster everywhere. Yeah. And I love it. You are just like the star student.
The top frogs.
Yeah, the top. So we are really looking forward to having you here today. Thank you for coming with us in your busy schedule.
You don't like all the flattery opening up the podcast? Not your jam?
I recognize that I'm known because we're doing a bunch of stuff, but it happened organically. It's just kind of a byproduct of. And so it's always weird. I'm in this networking group, and the first time I went, everybody knew who I was
already. Didn't even need a name tag.
Like, oh, you're Bill Webster. You do this. This is like, and like, this is very weird.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not necessarily low key because I'm out doing stuff and I'm asking for lots of stuff all the time, and I'm demanding assistance or acknowledge or recognition or something about something like all the time. So I get that, but it's like I meet so many people, it's hard to remember everybody. But there's people I know that are like Megan. She's First Street famous.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're like sitting with royalty here.
Everybody knows.
But yeah, I remember, Bill, I think Trent and I met you and Erin for the first time. Was it 2022 Snohomish Zombie Walk, right? Yeah, you guys
we were there representing
over.
The food bank.
Yeah, and then you guys were like, "Yeah, we're the new incoming chairs for Kla Ha Ya Days, and we should collab and get to know each other." And I feel like ever since then, and I don't know if it's because now we're also Facebook friends. Just saying, where I am brushing shoulders or elbows with the famous now. But you are so involved in the community, and it is so nice to see just like all the various ways that you give time back, and it inspires me to be like, oh, I didn't know this organization exists or that exists, and all the things that you guys are doing. So it's been so awesome to just kind of see you as an inspiration, and it inspires me to like do more.
Let's go through the laundry list of things that you do.
Yeah.
Here comes the resume.
And this is you and Erin are.
Can we just say
chairs.
Before we get too deep into things that Erin Webster is the better half of the duo. And not only that, but Erin, without Erin, I would not be who I am. She had like my unlock codes. I've learned to love in a new way, and so deeply and wholly as a result of knowing her, that which my actions that you see are fueled by this love. She is doing shuttle service for the Lake Stevens Farmers Market. So
I know we were so bummed that she couldn't join as intended,
really...
but I actually expected. I was thinking one of them is not going to be able to be there. That's
just
like
redundancy, right?
Data shows that that's probably going to be the case. Yeah. But yeah, we're sad Erin couldn't be here too. But I love that recognition of her. That's really beautiful. Yeah. And she is a wonderful person. I really like Erin.
Really is.
Yes.
Yeah, really is. She's awesome.
So you two are the co-chairs together of Kla Ha Ya Days.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And you both serve on the chamber's board.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Snohomish Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
You are on Lions. Is Erin also?
Yes.
A Lion?
Yep.
Okay.
We're both Lions.
Are either of you involved in Kiwanis?
No.
Okay. You do volunteer at the food bank.
Yes.
Both of you?
Yep. Every week.
Wow.
What other organizations are you involved in that we haven't already mentioned?
The Green Bag Project, which is totally awesome. Do you know about the Green Bag Project?
I feel like I've heard you mention this before, but please explain.
It's it's a nationwide program. The Rotary kind of puts it on, and so what the Green Bag Project is that you, as a resident, you get a green bag, and every other month, the first Saturday of the month is even months. Erin and I, we come to your house. Over those 2 months, you collect non-perishable goods and put them in the green bag. And then we come and we pick them up. We take all of the stuff to the food bank, and then we log it in, and that's it. It's like super easy way.
So it's in conjunction with the food bank, not like a whole separate place.
Yeah, the Rotary facilitates. Then I'm the neighborhood coordinator, and so for every area that has this going, the dry goods go to that food bank. So it's a way for someone to just throw a couple things in their cart every time they go to the grocery store and help support the food bank.
Wow.
Awesome.
And so easy. You don't even have to leave your house to support the food bank.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is awesome.
For sure.
When you said you're the representative for certain neighborhoods, that also made me remember that you are a civic ambassador too. Correct? For the city of Snohomish?
I was a civic ambassador during the time that program was running, yes, for and collecting information for the comprehensive plan.
Yeah.
Yes. Super. That was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
And also I learned how to be ignored.
It's a good skill.
Invisible, it's like someone putting a thumb in front of you, and because I did some public stuff, and people are just like, "Oh no, I'm not." No, so it was kind of interesting.
Kind of like excuse me, do you have a second to talk about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Right. Yeah, kind of like the clipboards with the signature signing and stuff.
Can you sign for this today?
Yeah. So
that's
it was
awesome.
But yeah, it was. I love that about Snohomish, that the city wants to know from individual people, like what are your issues, what's important to you, and doesn't just take all the information and throw it in a pile somewhere.
They actually use it to
reviewing
inform,
it, and cultivating it, and developing the surveys and stuff that were so interactive and helpful. I really love that about Snohomish. Yeah.
I was just meeting with Ann today from the city of Snohomish, and we were talking about a potential coalition of neighborhoods where it would be a similar program. And we were looking over the city and looking, what would the neighborhoods be? And I was like, well, I know the representative from that area will be Bill or just sign them up now. But I appreciate too what you're saying, that there is the request for feedback and that they actually do use it to inform important things. And then when they're looking into making decisions, they start with community outreach. I think that's really cool.
Yep.
I like being a part of that too.
Which leads to my next position. Is I'm on the public safety board.
There we go. Okay.
So know all about.
So you know all about that. Okay, here we go. I need to talk to you. We'll do that off mic.
What is entailed in the public safety?
So there are subcommittees in the city that are populated by residents who have discussions about, in our instance, the public safety board, which I'm newly appointed, neighborhood watch, coalition of neighborhoods, public safety issues like what to do in the case of a catastrophic event or emergency, or how do we get the information to the people? How do the people get the information? How do we collaborate? What's the best way to interact with people? Because it's so hard,
right,
to kind of be like a catch-all and make that work. And maybe coalition and neighborhoods is the way, but there's many great programs that exist in the world, but without community buy-in, without participation, they're just, it's a bunch of well-spent energy that never comes to fruition. So I think that our council members and our paid employees in the city that have very specific, important work that needs to be done and that needs to happen. The wheels need to keep moving. And there's other things that we just need. We need some separation, not necessarily separation from government but it's kind of a different mindset. Like we're just kind of like, well, what do we think about this stuff? And just spending some time. There's no urgency in these matters. We just want to have some earnest discussion and doing what's best for the community as a whole. And that's typically like what our conversations have been. Well, what does that look like?
Yeah.
And how do we get people to be interested? And that's tough. Like, it's a tough question to ask. Like, my suggestion is that we develop horrible neighborhood names and then we release them to the public. And so there's uproar. And
there's emotion.
You are not you're not naming my neighborhood Neighbory McNeighborface. This is
That's
a prestigious
hilarious.
neighborhood.
I mean, that is a very good tactic because, a lot of people are usually, I don't want to say short-sighted, but, we only have so many hours in a day and we can only do so much. And usually it is the emergencies, it's the firefightings that are always priority number one.
Yep.
So to have someone else that's like, you'll love this when something bad happens, so that it's ready. But without someone prompting people to do that thinking, most of the time, any normal everyday person probably doesn't have the capacity, the prompt, just idea in themselves to think about it. But that's awesome because as we've seen, weather has changed so much throughout the years. This heat wave that we're going through, like the hurricane down in the southern coast of the U.S., right? Like you never know what's going to happen these days.
Like fire that happened that got scarily close to Snohomish County.
So it's always good to be prepared. So thank you for doing that and prompting those conversations and being a part of that effort. And now we know about it.
We're definitely going to name the survey Neighborhood McNeighborface and see what happens. Because that's a good insight. And I think we could at least get people clicking on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Clickbaity.
Sometimes it takes a little bit of controversy to get the ball rolling.
And I didn't think of it to use it in a positive way. So thank you.
Sure. No problem. You need weird ideas. I'm your guy for sure.
You do have unique ideas. We've listed so many things. Is there anything that we're forgetting? Anything else that you do? I mean, I know that you paint houses on the side to actually like generate income for yourself so you can live.
Yes, that funds the joy. Right? What's really fun about what has happened for and with me is that people know that I'm a resource, and that I know people. And so I get all sorts of random people reaching out to me for all sorts of random things. Yeah. And it might be access to food. It might be housing. It might be mental health crisis. It might be suicide. It might be something like super intense or personal or whatever. And I can just like, I know exactly who you need to talk to.
Yeah.
And so I get like phone calls, texts, emails, Facebook Messenger messages, just like out of the blue. And I always appreciate it. So I stop whatever I'm doing becomes less important. And I have this opportunity to help this person out just to facilitate, I think. And connecting, facilitating, cheerleading, that is my jam. I really find great joy in doing that. And so helping, and so that happens happens all the time.
I love
almost daily. It's a lot of fun. I have become the bag man.
The bag man
for the food bank. I do. If we're low on things, it's like call to arms. We need cat food. We need dog food. We need bags. And so I get people that message me like weekly that say, hey, I've got a bunch of bags, or someone will tag me in one of the neighborhood groups and say, oh, you've got the grocery store bags. Bill Webster can get them. And I go to people's houses and pick up.
Is that something the food bank needs? Like grocery bags?
Always, yeah.
That's good to know. I always run mine back up to Fred Meyer.
Yeah.
Me too.
But
and
I will start running them to your house.
Yes. Or directly to the food bank so we can spare him.
There we go, to the food bank.
So our food bank is really great. The way it's set up is that clients, they come into a waiting area and then they come and they get a shopping cart and they go through and they shop like in a grocery store. They get X number of X based on their household. And then it gets put in the grocery bags and they go on their way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, now we know. Again, you're connecting me to all of these wonderful opportunities.
Awesome.
Is that also how you kind of grew your participation in the community? Or like, how did that all
started? What was the first thing you said yes to?
Yeah, the answer is yes. What was the question? So we bought our house here in October of 2019, and then and we were loving it, and then COVID happened, and we immediately recognized that I've done service stuff all over the country. So I knew that a lot of these resources were kind of going to become very challenging for lots of people. And so I think the first thing we did was a Western Washington barbecue fundraiser. So we smoked brisket and pork shoulder, and we made cornbread and brisket mac and cheese, and like we made a bunch of stuff. We just put it out to the universe and said, hey, we're making all this food. We're going to deliver it anywhere in Western Washington. All the money's going to go into a pool to help people in need. We went from Auburn to Bellingham.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
I was going through downtown Seattle at 5 p.m. on a Friday.
Gosh. Empty.
Crickets. Like
So
I could have gotten out of the car on I-5 and walked around.
Weird.
It was just,
yeah.
It was so eerie. That was kind of the first thing we did. We raised like $600 or $700. And then we did the yard sale barbecue bounce house fundraiser.
Extravaganza.
That is quite a combination.
So truth be told, this is COVID. And I said, I told Erin I want to rent a bounce house. She's like, why? I was like, because we can't go anywhere, can't do anything. Let's just put a bounce house in the front yard. It'll be great.
Just for anyone to come and use and enjoy?
Well, me first, but yes, also. I was like, yeah, we just put some sanitizer out there and people can just have at it. And she's like, no, we're not doing that. So I said, and so I schemed. I said, what if we did a yard sale that benefited the food bank? So we did this yard sale for a couple of years. It was pay what you want, no price tags on anything. And we did barbecue and a bounce house.
I think I donated to that
for the
before
kids.
actually knowing you, because I saw it on something like, I don't know, Snohomish or Buy Nothing or something. And I do remember dropping things off for this yard sale.
Thank
was
you.
It
You're welcome.
everyone, or not just you guys' stuff at the yard sale?
Most of the stuff was not ours.
Oh.
Yeah.
I picked up stuff far and wide from people. People want to give, people want to help, people want to be involved, people want to be connected, people want to engage. A lot of people that don't know how.
Yeah.
Most importantly, nobody wants to be in charge.
Yeah.
So true.
It is.
I will be in charge. I will take the heat. I will look the fool. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
So let's go. And so we did that. Year one, we did it. I think we raised like $4,000 or $5,000.
Wow.
So cool.
Yeah. And then the next year we tried to be a little bit bigger and better. And I think we raised like 3 or 4. So we raised like almost $10,000
Awesome.
doing this. And people were paying ridiculous amounts of stuff. And none of the stuff was ours.
Yeah.
Erin would be so deep in the weeds, and her mother-in-law, who retired retail, would come over, and she did all the clothing racks and sorted everything. And this went on for months. And
wow.
and the whole basement was filled with stuff. We had every category you could possibly think of. And it was just after the fact, you have to deal with all the stuff. So I made all these partnerships with nonprofits like Fabulously Frugal and Now and Again, what they sell benefits the women's shelter in Everett. And they didn't want to just throw it away.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what do you want? And I'll bring it to you. So it was really a lot of work, very rewarding, but lots of work.
Yeah.
And it just kind of kept going. So then I've got I got a 20-foot tall flappy armed inflatable tube man for
in addition to the bouncy house.
Yeah, it's for these events now.
I think that's what sticks most in my mind about that actually is seeing a picture of that.
Yeah. I'm
the floppy guy.
I have a 10-foot tall and a 20-footer and multiple colors. So,
Wow.
yeah. So then we did that. And then we started getting involved in the chamber that year, and it was just before Nancy. It was right when Nancy had started taking it. Pam was on her going out, and Nancy was coming in, and we were just like trying to figure out ways we could help people. And then we realized for Thanksgiving that the community centers, churches, communal opportunities for people to have Thanksgiving dinner, it was not going to happen in a COVID situation.
Yeah.
So we started Thanksgiving meals delivered to people in need. This is I think our we've been doing it since 2020. So
4 years, this fourth.
Yeah, this will be our fourth year doing it. Last year we served there's zero barrier. I don't need to know your tax bracket or like anything. If you want a Thanksgiving dinner delivered, that's it. That's all I need to know. How many people, any food allergies,
and where?
And the address. I need a contact person, and we give you it. And so, again, this is another thing we just put out to the universe and said, hey, who wants this? Hey, who wants to help with this? And we get like 200 plus families that like are just, and I was a chef. I worked in the restaurant business for a long time. We smoked turkeys, or I've got like my brother fabricated this huge mobile grill smoker for me. So I can do 10 turkeys at a time.
Oh my gosh.
What?
10?
Yeah. I can do 10 at a time. And
I can't even imagine 10 turkeys at a time.
5 gallons of gravy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So we do 8-ounce portions of all sides for everyone. So that we make sure they have a lot of food and leftovers. And so we got people, Nancy from the chamber, she makes pies and like we have people, I do the gravy. I do the cranberry sauce from scratch because I want it. Yeah.
That's how I make my cranberry sauce too. So good.
Yeah. So nothing from a can, all from scratch, and like smoked turkey dripping gravy is just magic. And
I don't think I've ever heard gravy being calculated in gallons.
I feel really hungry.
Yeah. So we did that, and we continue to recognize that people really want to help out. They want to be connected. They want to build community. They just don't know how, and they don't want to be in charge.
Yeah.
So we make it really say, okay, make me 50, how many pies can you make? 10.
Yeah.
All right. So then we calculate it all and figure out all the delivery. And then the best part of this whole thing is delivering it is like really where the magic happens.
Yeah.
We don't, I make a point for us not to deliver. So we try and either get people that are having some difficult circumstances or they're new to volunteering or like they've never done anything like that before, do the deliveries, and then just like, whoa, they get to witness this joy that and this gratitude that just is like, there's really nothing like it.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good strategy for engaging volunteers, because I know this is something we talk about all the time in HDSA is, we try to do a lot of things, and with a lot of things takes a lot of human power. But how do we engage? How do we retain volunteers? And I think that's really key, is like when you first engage them, make sure it's something where they can directly see the impact.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that in my mental notes to make sure that we do more of that, because that's a really awesome way to get people to say, yes, I do enjoy this. And they can see direct benefits. That's a good trick, Bill. I'm learning so many things from you today.
And those people become very influential because they get to share that experience with the people in their circle. And then they'll be like, wow,
more and
like
more
it.
and more, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And we see it more and more in the world. So
right.
That's what I want in the world. So that's what I do. And I get to see it. And so I know it works. Even if it didn't, I'd probably still do it. But it's really so fulfilling and satisfying to be able to facilitate the stuff and know that even if it's on a minor scale that we're doing some good and that good has some momentum to it. People are taking that out into the world, and they'll come back and say, hey, I did. Somebody will do a thing in their neighborhood for somebody, and they don't want to shout it on the hilltops, but they want someone to know that, hey, I did what you're doing, and man, it was like so great. I want more of it. It's like, do it.
I love that, because you're like, it's the definition of be the change you want to see in the world and influence it to continue, And
And you're building other leaders too, that people are like, oh yeah, I can do this too. I can replicate, what Bill did in my own community and so on and so on. So that's awesome.
Yeah. I would never paint myself in the position that I'm in today in the community, in the world where how I am. Erin plays a big part in that because it has allowed me to live in a vulnerable way and more intimately with the world around me, not guarded up and holding the world at bay, that I can just be fully engaged and embrace that whole thing. And so I don't talk about it, and I'm definitely not like thinking about all the things, but when we look at the calendar to try and schedule something, or like someone says, well, why can't you when you do this? When they
a picture of your calendar in your room.
There's a lot.
Don't you have like a huge calendar in your house?
Yes.
Is that
the one?
I feel like I've heard that
thing,
somewhere.
right?
Yeah. It's called the Big Ass Calendar, and it's each line is a month, and then it has like
all the days,
the 30 days
down.
Yeah. We're having a challenging time making that work because there's so many things, but it never feels like it. And any given day, like whatever I'm doing, I have learned that, so I believe that the past and the future is a thief of the now. All we have is right here at this moment. So I can honor it as much as I'm capable of by being as present as possible.
Yeah.
Living in a world of distractions, right? And then plus all the other stuff, pride, ego, anxiety, wants, desires. And you're like, so it's complicated. It's like, there's that saying that they, what is it? That right now is the present. It's like,
no time like the present.
Gift.
Oh, the present. Yeah,
that's why it's called the present.
Oh yeah. That one.
So being where I am, being where my feet are, and focused on that is really all I'm just looking to do the next right thing. I'm not thinking about all the stuff. So when I look back on my day, and I've been like, did a bunch of side quests, and I was at 4 or 5 different job sites, and like I was up at 3 and went to the gym and went for a walk, and like, oh, it's like, what's wrong with you, man? It's like, why don't you relax? Why don't you need to sit down, take a day off?
Well, I mean, it does come across like, I think when we were even prepping for this podcast, we were like, man, Bill and Erin does so much. Like, there's only so many hours in a day, but you guys are really, making the best of the time that you guys have. And I think it probably helps that, all the things that you're doing are things that you value, that you resonate with. Like, it's not like you're forcing yourself to do something that doesn't align. But one thing that I also respect from you guys is that you do take the time to take breaks and recharge. Like, I've been seeing, like, when you guys go on vacation and you post pictures like on Facebook and stuff, I was like, man, good for them. If I know anyone who like deserves a vacation, it's you guys. And I highly respect that you guys know when to take a time out, and be like, hey, let's go enjoy something in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know it doesn't look like it, but I believe in balance in all things. I'm not a workaholic. I don't have a drive for success, whatever. I've been down that road, been there, done that. Bought the t-shirt. So I'm not there. I think that like the currency that I'm dealing at, where I'm looking for value is in the human spirit, right? Is in a community and humanity, and these intangible, non-purchasable things like, being there for someone, or loving someone when they can't love themselves. And like, sound kind of corny, but just like being there for somebody without judgment, without condition, just like being, not trying to fix it. Just maybe it's just your physical like presence, but like that kind of stuff, and like facilitating the joy. There are some ridiculously horrific things transpiring in the world all the time, and to consider the weight and depth of that is like soul crushing. So that's not what I focus on. For a long time, all I could see was wrong with the world. This love that I have with my wife altered my perception in a way where I know that exists, and there's not much I can do about it, because a lot of it happens. A lot of it is a secret. A lot of it happens behind closed doors. A lot of it no one is capable of talking about. But maybe, just maybe, one of the little things that we're doing might offer a reprieve to someone who is enduring some great suffering quietly and silently, right? And just give them a little reprieve in that existence. And I know that that's happened for me. I wouldn't say that's my motivation or my intent. I don't think I have ulterior motives in what I do. I'm just doing. But I like to think that if we could just give somebody a little glimmer of hope in a world that feels hopeless, then time well spent.
Snohomish Storytellers podcast is brought to you by Elle Marie Hair Studios.
So I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, as I always do these days, and not TikTok because I'm not hip enough for that.
But you're officially an Instagrammer now.
Yeah, just Instagram. But I got to the corner of, the reels where it was like a bunch of hair and makeup tutorials typed, which is funny because I don't actually do a lot of hair or makeup myself on a day-to-day basis, but I'm always so intrigued at the techniques.
I know, it's impressive.
Right? Like that these people, even like kids, there's a lot of like younger like people that are just like, you take the bun and you slip the thing in and you do this and you do that and tada, you have an updo. And I was like, growing up, I know how to put my hair in pigtails, in a ponytail, and a braid.
Yep.
That is the extent of my knowledge base. And I think that's why it's really important that when you go to a hairstylist, that they're not only quote unquote trendy, but they're actually keeping up with all of these techniques, because it seems like everyone learned new things and you want to make sure that you're getting the top service with the most up-to-date techniques. And I think that's why we love Elle Marie Hair Studios, because they've prioritized ongoing education for all of their professional stylists to make sure that they're not just learning something once when they went through school the first time around.
Yeah.
But that they're maintaining their proficiency in all the trends, all the hair techniques that we have coming up.
Yeah, because you want to, like, if you're getting, your hair done and you're trying to like stay with the times fashion wise, it's important that you're going to somebody who is going to deliver on that and not something that was even on trend like 2 or 3 years ago.
Exactly.
Like you want current. So the next time that you need a hair service done, whether it's a routine, haircut, or color, something special like a smoothing treatment, a perm, or extensions, or upstyles for special occasions and even weddings, you're definitely going to get the best and most up-to-date service at any of the 5 Elle Marie locations. And if you mention HDSA, you'll actually enjoy a special offer of $10 off of a haircut or $20 off of a color, for a total of $30 in savings, which is super awesome.
Who doesn't love saving money?
I mean, I do. So now is a great time to call up Elle Marie. Make sure you go in and get yourself taken care of. You're going to look great.
For more information and to book your next appointment, you can go to elmariehairstudio.com. That's ELLEMARIE hairstudio.com.
Do you attribute most of your shift in thinking to Erin, or was there other things that kind of have informed your worldview?
So my existence began in horrific abuse that I endured for a long time and suffered greatly, a lot of it at my own hands. Tried to find a place to be in the world and I couldn't. So I tried to be successful. I tried to be a husband. I got married when I was 20 for 363 days to a woman who had a child. I tried to find my place. I tried to be a father. I tried to be a husband. Probably because of my history, my capacity to deal with horrific scenarios is
was large,
high tolerance,
pretty high.
I'm sorry.
Right. And so it's fine because the end result is that I can utilize my experiences. They've transformed into my capacity for empathy and understanding on a level that a lot of people are not capable of even considering. Like we see this stuff and we're just like, oh my God, like that's horrible. Like it's hard to even fathom. But so growing up, living, existing that way, I didn't have the capacity to really understand love, be loved, or to give love. I was really just trying all these things. I tried to be successful. I became very, very good at everything I've ever done. None of it really resonated. Like I ended up running this company that I started working for them for free. And they just kept promoting me, and then became a top performer. And I bought a house, and I had custom tailored suits and nice cars, and traveled in private jets, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, this is it.
You're
huh?
like, meh.
Or what?
This is
Yeah.
it? Really? This sucks.
Your soul was thirsting for more.
Yeah. And so that's been a lifelong desire and drive to know, to understand, to heal, to repair. And that just, it takes a long time. But if you're not capable of being vulnerable, it really makes it, it makes it really hard. And all these defense mechanisms that allow me to maintain my sanity and exist in a world and put on the appearance of normality. I never was able to get to who I was, because that was who I was this terrified little boy that didn't get loved and nurtured and grow up in like all the normal stuff that allows you to connect. So my connections were never
like intimate or genuine.
I was going to say.
Despite my efforts. Right. So I never really had like a lot of friends. I knew people. I tried to like be a best friend, but a lot of it was mechanical. It was just an intellectual. My heart was so guarded and hardened and like that I was just not.
There was always a barrier between I fully jumping in.
I didn't know how.
Yeah.
And then I met Erin, and something unlocked him. And it was like in the years before I had met her, someone said, "We'll get a plant." So that's
wait, like a house plant?
A plant, yeah. So I got a plant, and I nurtured this thing, right? And so I got some more plants. So I had like 5 plants. And then a friend of mine got me a bulldog, Bernice, my bulldog, and she loved me unconditionally. And I was capable of receiving it. And I started to like really, and
plants
here's
and
the
dogs.
thing the thing they don't tell you about puppies. People love puppies. And so now I used to have long hair and I was scary looking on purpose. A lot of this stuff is just like, my tattoos were just camouflage for me to be in the world and protect myself. So I was pretty scary looking, and people would come up to me and say, "Oh, I love your puppy. What's her name?" And she had a pink leash, and she's like, "What's his name?" It's like, it's a pink leash. It's her. It's Bernice. Like, "Oh, Bernice, I love you. She's so sweet." And like, just every cross section of society had zero issue coming up to me and saying hello to my pup. And I started thinking that maybe the world isn't such a rotten place.
Oh, the dogs break down all the barriers.
Right. So yeah, she really helped me. And then I love her and nurture her. And like, so this was probably, I'm 41. This is the most honest relationship I've had so far in this existence. So I'm
it could be worse.
I'm a late bloomer.
It's okay.
It's fine. And then, when I met Erin, it was nothing in particular. We just connected on a really strange level. And both of us were jaded about love and didn't really have any. And we're like, all right, well, but there's something about her. And she's my person, and I'm hers. And it's just like, unless you've experienced that, you just can't explain it. You think, what love is, and then you experience it on this level, and you're like, well, that's like, it's like Folgers crystals versus like going to Looking Glass. Right? It's like,
it's a whole new world that just opened up,
and it continues to bloom and to blossom, and it's really disgusting. We both think so, and I continue to love her, and she's not doting, and she's not like. She's low maintenance. She's not always telling me like how much she loves me and how much I really prefer not to have any of that stuff. And so I constantly feel it. I don't never not feel loved by her or connected to her, or like, I don't know, like I miss her. We were together all afternoon. She left around 2. I miss her. Oh, it's like, it's gross.
You guys are too cute.
I think though, I hear you talking a lot about your desire for genuine connection, and that you found that in Erin. So it is like so meaningful, and it might be gross, quote unquote, or ew, gosh, you're so in love. But you don't need all the lovey-dovey, oh my God, I love you so much all the time, because you feel it, because she genuinely loves you. You genuinely love her. And I also hear this sense of like you both needed real nurturing and were able to receive that from one another and give that to one another as well. And that is so valuable. And that's what continues, like you're saying, you continue to grow and your love continues to blossom because you're doing that for each other. And I think it's just such a testament to what happens when you take care of somebody genuinely, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it seems trivial to even talk about this now, but we do need to get to Kla Ha Ya Days in some way. So I'm not even going to try to gently transition that. We're just going to
rip the Band-Aid
right in.
Wow. You have been really killing it with all the frog puns. Megan messaged me the other day and like put a frog emoji. And I was like, man, she's really.
I'm in Kla Ha Ya Days mode right now.
As everyone should be, right?
I never thought that I would. Like today, I was talking to our new staff person, which is very exciting. We have a new staff person at HDSA. Her name is Denya.
Woot, woot.
Yay.
Woo-hoo.
And we were talking about something about Kla Ha Ya Days and frogs. And I was like, I never thought I would have a job where I literally mention frogs or hopping or frog races or anything like that as many times as I have in this week. But it's July in Snohomish. Therefore,
it's Kla Ha Ya Days,
it's frog
baby.
season. Yeah. So you and Erin took on Kla Ha Ya Days. This will be your second full year. Yes.
Yes.
And I remember last year working at the event and hearing you both multiple times going, yeah, next year this, next year that. And I was like, wow, good for them. They're in the middle of it and they're already saying next year. So you must have enjoyed it enough to come back for more. Tell us how you adopted Kla Ha Ya Days and what is your hope for this year and beyond? Do you have one? Do you have a succession plan? This is a multiple layered question and I want to hear all the things.
Yeah. Someone invited me to a Kla Ha Ya board meeting.
Okay.
I think more than one person had suggested I'd go. And before Andrew and I had even met, he's like, we could really use your energy over here.
Yeah. Shout out to Andrew Uri who carried this for ever.
5 years squarely on his shoulders without a whole lot of help.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people helping, but he really carried the torch and worked really hard, and he loves Kla Ha Ya Days. He's a huge asset to the community. He has a lot of love in his heart and doing a lot of good things. So yeah, props to Andrew big time. But so we went to this meeting and it happened to be elections.
Oh.
Were you coerced into?
Surprise.
I believe that the universe conspires and I try not to think too much past that.
Yeah, got it.
Just like go ahead and believe. I'm along for the ride. Put me where you need me. They had been doing it for 5 years and everybody was burnt out and they weren't getting a whole lot of support. No one was coming on board. So they were planning on dissolving the festival because nobody could continue on with the executive board. So if you don't have an executive board, then you don't
exist.
An organization.
And so the prudent next step would be dissolution. And we're like, oh, well, can't let that happen. And I was like, I could run a festival. And Erin looked at me like, I can't believe you.
Erin, the planner.
I was like,
who was probably looking at you like,
come
you're
on,
going to do
honey,
what?
You can be vice president. It'll be great. And she was like, she's a good sport. And I think that she knows me well enough to know that I was going to do it with or without her. And so we left that meeting as president and vice president.
Wow.
And the other thing at that meeting was that they distributed $30,000 back into the community to the Boys and Girls Club and the Explorer programs and the I'm having a brain cramp here. The Snohomish Education Foundation, which was like really cool. With zero fanfare, there was like pizza, a couple pizzas and the 2-liter in the back and some checks, and like nobody knows about all this good stuff that is happening right here and right now.
Yeah,
because these guys were just like, they just like been through war for the 5th time, the same war.
Yeah,
right. Like it was like, oh, we'll do it, and then so we did it, and Andrew said he'd help us however he could, which he was a great resource in helping us. That every committee and everybody else on the executive board all stepped down.
Wow.
And all the subcommittees, so the parade chair, the vendor fair, like everybody just kind of disbanded. So here's Erin and
You
I.
just inherited
Yeah.
this not staffed.
A festival with no direction and not a really clear understanding. We had never been to Kla Ha Ya Days before. I went to the carnival to get a corn dog one time because I saw the Ferris wheel from Highway 9. And so, but
where
we don't
there's
have
a Ferris wheel, there's a corn dog.
Yeah.
I gotta go there.
We don't have kids. We bought a house here in 2019. There was no Kla Ha Ya, and right, so it was completely not on our
that
radar.
makes sense.
But I was like, I'm down. I'm game for anything. So they're like, okay, we took this on, and good news, with no committee and no clear understanding of how a festival operates, our expectations were very low. We had no idea.
Yeah.
Right. So we just, I talked to Andrew a lot about like this, that, and the other, and we received a lot of unsolicited feedback. Some helpful, most not, as unsolicited feedback goes. So we had a difficult time. I think we got the committee maybe like 40% populated, and then we just went for it and we did it. And so the way forward is together. That is my mantra in these things. Like, I want community. We have a bunch of great nonprofits that are like, it's really hard. As you know, running a nonprofit has its own challenges, and there's a lot to do. It's really hard to do your job and try and be thinking of everyone else at the same time. And so the job has to be done. That's the priority. And so what I saw was a great opportunity for collaboration, and not only the sharing of opportunities to generate capital, but also to delegate some of the workload. And so we're kind of in the same boat we were last year. We've got more people on the committee. We've had some people come on and then step down. We continue to struggle with getting volunteers. It's just a thing, but we actually know what's going to happen this year. So we spent a lot of time fine tuning. I have a plan. I'm trying to get back to your original.
My very layered question. I'm sorry.
And so back in the day, like the Boys and Girls Club had a part in Kla Ha Ya Days, and I don't know if HDSA did, but like these different nonprofits,
We did. I don't know what it was.
had a part in the festival. And so the bylaws say that the Kla Ha Ya Days Festival exists to shine light on the incredible businesses and nonprofits that make up Snohomish, right? And then we raise capital or create capital raising opportunities for these agencies, and we give it all back to the community after we paid all our bills.
Yeah.
Simple. So this year, the car show is being handled by the Chamber of Commerce. So all the revenue generated from the car show, we're splitting the sponsorship monies, and then any revenue that they generate, they'll keep, and then we're covering the cost. So we're creating the environment for them to and absorbing some of the cost. And so the Lions have the beer garden, which has been an ongoing thing. Or we want to see and do more of that with other nonprofits, and then share in the wealth of the festival and be good stewards of that money. And so that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
And I continue to have discussions with local like we did. We tried selling hot dogs.
We had to shift
That was
to the frog races instead.
Yeah.
a good experience.
And we're excited about that.
We're pivoting, as they say.
Pivoting.
But the good news about the food at the beer garden this year is that I've been working tirelessly, browbeating. Not really. Credit's been great, but working with the local restaurants. So we're going to have.
Oh, the Oxford?
Yeah. So it's going to be the Oxford, Andy's, Heidi's. I just talked to the new owner of
Piccadilly.
Today. Anybody else that wants in the poke place.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have a food kiosk, an ordering kiosk, and then we're going to have the football team. They're going to be like our Uber Eats.
Oh my gosh, that's
The
so
runners.
funny.
Yeah, they're going to be the runners. They're going to go to the rest. Each restaurant is going to have 3 simple menu items. So it's a big ask to do. Hey, I know this is your busiest weekend all year long. However, can we also do some takeout? And so we figured out this will be the best way to do it. Everybody's going to have a few different items and they'll run and pick it up. The orderer will tip the runner and that money will go towards looks like it'll be the boosters for the high school football team. Yeah.
Also good exercise for them. Good practice.
Yeah. So, doing the food, and we have to have food because we have a beer garden there. We have to have food close proximity at the beer garden. So let's do this. So I'm really hoping that works out and that we get more businesses on board so we can showcase it. And in future years, I'd like to see like a passport, like a food passport, and go around. But like some people, they just want to go around and get their
stamps,
card punched so they can get the tchotchke at the end.
Yeah.
And so that doesn't really help anybody. But there's 20,000 people coming to town. You're going to be affected. How can we leverage that effect to be something positive for you, whether it's just knowing that you exist or like, or whatever, getting like a taste of, and you're like, was my conversation with Piccadilly. It's just like, there's gotta be countless husbands that longingly look at your pub wanting a pint while their wives are dragging them from one shop, because we have so many great shops to the next. It's like, right? This is like, that's valid. She's seen the face. Like, what we know, we know the face, right? And so it's like, well, what if we have some stuff up there? Even if they just want to have like a kiosk just so people can see what it is. And it's like, oh, pick it. What's that place? Let's go, because it's all the way up the street. I've been. I would like to do that with every single business on First Street Market, and like do like the sidewalk sale we talked about. And
we do have that coming up, I think, actually. Very excited. I have a meeting tomorrow, so we'll see where that goes.
Sherry and I had a lengthy discussion about the whole 80 the ADA access and like and closing it off and all
it's funny how those ripple too. Of course, you end up having that conversation.
Because I've been wanting to do it since last year. Because I see, I was like, this like captive audience. Half of these people are here against their will, kind of, right? Like they're like this lady and her kids don't want to look at it as Hemi.
Right. That's what's so cool about the collaborative spirit in Snohomish, because I get a note from a merchant who was like, hey, have we ever considered doing a sidewalk sale? And I was like, yes, I've heard that from multiple people. And do you want to help? And she finally was like, yes, I do. I'm like, great. And then we had a phone conversation and she was like, it would be great to do something in September. That's when we need to clear out all of our stuff so that we can bring our holiday things. And I was thinking, I'm like, the chamber does a car show in September. The street will already be closed. People are already here. Like you said, captive audience. This would be a good chance. Let me talk to the chamber. See what they think. So I call up my buddy Nancy. Great. We have a board meeting coming up. Let me talk to them about it. And then bam, there you go. So now we're in the planning phases of that. But like, that is exactly the time. We don't need to do another thing. We can work together to utilize the people that are already coming down here to be the audience for the sidewalk sale. And like you're saying, this is going to affect you one way or the other. How can we capitalize on that and make it beneficial for you? And now I don't have to go out and get a separate special event permit for a sidewalk sale because the chamber is already going to umbrella us. And like, that's what I love is like, there's so many chances to do things together if you just brainstorm and figure out where the appropriate lines are to be, connecting the dots.
Right. And I think Kla Ha Ya Days is such a great platform for people to start doing that, right? Because if maybe you personally don't have the connections, but hey, here's Bill. With all of his connections and all of his pals, and let's creatively problem solve, like with the football team doing the running and the restaurants. Like, I feel like if any other person would probably look at that problem of, oh, we need food down there, to be like, oh, let's set up food there. Right. But this is creative problem solving and connecting all those people together. And it's a great way to trial run it too. Right. Because like last year we tried the hot dogs. That was fun for what it was, but we learned from it. We learned what to do. We learned what not to do. And it's just like a nice safe place to try that too, right? Because
Yeah.
we know we're at Kla Ha Ya Days. We're going to have fun, even if we didn't sell a single hot dog.
We did have fun.
Yes.
We did have a lot of
fun
fun.
was had.
Yes.
Money was not made. Yeah, and as long as I'm the helm of the festival, we're not going to have a food truck at the beer garden. I ran a lot of restaurants in my younger days, and if somebody pulled up near or in close proximity to my brick and mortar with the ability to to do business and directly in competition with me, I would not be happy about that. So I don't think it's
There's so many exciting things coming up, and I think we can probably sit here for another couple hours talking about all of
all the things that you do,
all of the great ideas that you have, all of your experience, and just I feel like I've learned so much about you and just such great perspective that you don't get to hear from anyone else any other day. But
get out.
He's like, understand,
comma. I know you probably have a lot of other things to also do, seeing that we are recording this literally on the first day of the carnival.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the carnival after this and probably get some curly fries
and hopefully see your beloved Erin.
I'm so hungry now.
Yeah, she'll be home at 7:30.
So with that, I think lots to look forward to, from you and Erin, and I just can't wait to see what other stuff you guys come up with and get involved with in future months, years, decades, hopefully.
Yeah, zombie walk.
Right?
Woo-hoo.
Coming up.
But we like to close all of our podcasts with a question. Do you know what it is?
No.
Perfect. Our question is, describe your perfect day in Snohomish. If you can just spend a day doing whatever you want in Snohomish, what would you spend it? Or how would you spend it?
I get up at 3 and ease into my day, do a little meditating. I want to volunteer at the food bank.
Hopefully not at 3 a.m.
Well, I have access, but no. Do a food bank run, like do a pickup from Hagen's and Safeway or something like that, and have lunch. Do a 5-mile walk on Centennial Trail. I think grill some steaks in the backyard. That I would like for there to be. This is my perfect day. The hot air balloons fly over our house in the morning, and so when they do the sunset runs, I really like to be grilling a steak and then just hear that.
Yeah,
it's like, ooh,
isn't that the
it's
best?
so magical,
right?
I have a flat roof on the garage, and I painted a big smiley face up there for them.
Oh, awesome!
That's so cute.
I gotta redo it though. Then just hang out with my wife and my dogs and give back in whatever way the universe saw fit for me to do so then that given day.
Love it.
Yeah, that'd be solid.
Man.
That sounds perfect.
That's
probably a typical day for you.
Yeah.
And how blessed that you're able to have that perfect day.
Yeah.
Like that is wonderful.
For sure.
Well, wrapping up the episode, when this airs, Kla Ha Ya Days will be coming.
Full swing.
A few days later. So the 19th to the 21st, we're kicking off with the Frogtastic
Kids
Fair.
At Averill Field. Always 100% free. There's going to be over 20 activities for the kids, plus an epic
frog races.
The frog race.
Yeah, we're very excited about that. Yeah. And if you don't know what the frog races are, you just need to show up and witness it for yourself, because it's the inaugural year and it's going to be amazing.
The food truck roundup and balloon glow is Friday night, the 19th, starting at 6:00.
And that's at Harvey Field.
At Harvey Field, yep. And then Saturday, there's going to be a free pancake breakfast put on by the Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Stone Age Construction over by Andy's. So get your free pancakes.
Nice.
Before the parade. And the parade starts at 10.
Yep.
And vendor market. All of the food eating and seed spitting competitions will be at the Carnegie Lawn. The beer garden opens at like 11 or 12. Bands follow shortly thereafter. That all goes until 8:00. We're extending it an hour because it's sold out. Played last year. They're super awesome bands. So they're going to close out Saturday night which will be great for the vendors. While they're packing up, they'll have some high energy music to
tune.
back up to. Yeah,
Absolutely.
we have a teen dance at the Boys and Girls Club from 6 to 10 Saturday night. All proceeds go to the teen center.
Oh,
The Boys and
cool.
Girls. And that's
Nice.
outside of what we normally give them. We're doing a little extra little thing there. This will be the teen dance second year. And I am told I got compliments from 4 teenagers about that dance.
Wow.
And
that's a lot.
on 4 separate occasions. And I'm told that that's unheard of.
What?
That is unheard of.
From teenagers?
Any
Definitely.
positive feedback from a teenager,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even the fact that they're just going to tell you it
Right.
is
Because they'll think it, but even to
miraculous.
voice it, it's a
Yeah,
whole
that's
different
cool.
game.
They've gone out of their way to tell me that it was really
Wow.
great and they hope we do it again this year.
I
And
love
so
it.
Aw,
we're doing it. Second
that's
year.
awesome.
So Sunday, the vendor market, main stage, and beer garden continue. The car show starts at 9. There will be a touch-a-truck area. We're going to have a Cybertruck and a cement
Ooh.
truck and a bunch of
Wow.
equipment. Ace Equipment Rental is going to bring over.
Where's that at?
That is going to be between Cedar and Union on First Street. That'll be in the
Gotcha.
touch-a-truck area. Yep. And then if I think that that afternoon, the Princess and the Frog at the
Feather
Ballroom will be there. Lamb & Co. is our hometown sponsor this year. And so they're going to donate all the proceeds from that, from Princess and the Frog dance
Cool.
to Kla Ha Ya Days.
Wow.
So we're super grateful for that
Yeah,
partnership.
that's awesome.
Yep. And then, and everything concludes at 5:00 and we're going to go crawl in a hole and pass out
Yeah.
For a well-deserved break.
Go rest on your lily pads.
Yeah.
Yes.
You and your
Just gotta throw
frogs.
them all in there.
We're going to hop
Man.
off into the sunset
Into the
as long
sunset.
as we don't croak as a result of it.
I think we can end it right there. Thank you for being here, Bill.
My
Thank you
pleasure.
so much.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you and Erin so much.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Snohomish Storytellers.
Keep writing those stories, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Snohomish Storytellers, brought to you by the Historic Downtown Snohomish Association, produced by Red Trucks.